I'm just going to go through some basic file management things. Um, I'll pass over to you as Assistant Secretary a USB stick with all the directories and all of the past data on. So if you've got a Mac, it will look something like this. It will look slightly different if you've got a PC. In there, I've divided in a number of folders. We'll talk about summons in another piece. And then the veterans we'll do later as well. But this time we're going to do the initiates. So the initiates process, and I put processing also letters for initiates. Everything I do with initiates sits in this folder here. So for every initiate who comes in, they get a letter from Ray. Now that letter, I hold those. I'll update the date of the letter. It's updated annually, and when there are any changes as far as the organisation for Somerset is concerned. The letter is signed by Ray with his details down the bottom here. So this letter will be sent with an initiate's guide. Now the initiate's guides are printed by a gentleman called Jerry Chilcott, and I'll give you information about that process of getting those made. But we have got roughly 100 of them at the moment of the latest version. They are updated from year to year, but currently the latest version should be fine for the next couple of years. The initiate's letter then goes with one of the initiate's guides. Now, every few weeks, Neil Hawes, who manages the process of the Form Ps for new initiates, sends me a report. It's an Excel spreadsheet, and in it, it will have the latest status of people who have been initiated or joined. It's got a number of other tabs, but I won't go into those. I'll just go into the one that's pre and processed for that I'm interested in for installation guides. This is a rolling folder, look, so it goes back a long way. So each time I go in here, all I do is look at my tracking process, see when the last person I entered was done, which happened to be this gentleman here, Nevada, Michael Nevada. I will then, because he's an initiate, and if you look here, initiated, joined, I'm only interested in initiated. So it's only people who've initiated. If they've joined, then they don't get the initiates guide. It's just the initiates. So Christopher Green is the first one in this batch. Then we've got Nethercott there. Then we've got Taylor and Van Costers. I've already, as it happens, delivered these two with their envelopes by hand because they're in a local lodge that I attended. So these guys have already got theirs. So all I do is then from this, and it's got the address details here, I basically produce some envelopes with their name and address on. And if it's a large number, I will do a mail merge using Word. So I'll do a mail merge and print labels. I will do that. But otherwise, I'll do this. As I work with a Mac, I'll do it in numbers because it's actually easier if it opens it. But once the file is open, it's on the other desktop, so I'll bring it over. You end up with, I've just basically imported the lot. So this one here, that whole row there won't be processed. So I'm going to delete that row. Nor will that one, because again, off that other sheet, these were joiners. So I'm deleting that row. And I'm going to delete that row too, because that was the same as well. So then you've got actually 4 that need to be posted. And in this case, as there's only 4, I wrote them by hand. And I do this, Neil sends me one of these during the main season, let's call it, the season between September and May. That's the main time zone when we're doing lots of work. After May, June, things get easier for the summer, which is good news. So anyway, that's basically the process. I would print this out. So I print this and make a note in writing about when I posted it. And I use a drop and go postal account, which Province pays for. And that's as simple as it is. So then I keep these in a folder printed out. So if anybody comes along and says so and so didn't receive theirs, I can see whether I posted it to them. But that's really all there is in the process of looking after initiates guides. Yep, so that is it.